Eti kuna watu walijaribu kumaliza Dennis Itumbi. Ni kweli? This is of course in reference to the incident last evening, at about 8, involving former State House Communications Director and self-proclaimed spokesperson for the Hustler Nation. Indeed, Itumbi's statement to the police reads like a script from an action movie. Oh yes. It was at about 8 p.m. at night, and a vehicle blocked him, an unknown vehicle. And Itumbi decided to hit the vehicle so that he could try and find a way to escape, speed off, which is what he did. But as he sped off, he says, he heard gunshots, people firing at his vehicle. Now the police say there is absolutely no evidence, zero evidence to prove that anybody fired any shots at Itumbi's vehicle. Although the dent, where he hit the other car to make room for himself to speed off, the dent is visible on his vehicle. But not a single spent cartridge was found at the scene. Now, Professor Mutai Ngunyi says that the whole incident sounds fake. The whole intention being to divert our attention from something. Now, let us carefully examine the facts so that we come to our own conclusion based on the facts. No emotions, no feelings. Fact number 1. This is politics. And in politics, everything is linked. Oh yes, I keep on saying that on this channel. And it is a very important point. Even if a politician slaps somebody else's wife, that happened in Kenya once. Remember the Kidero Shebesh incident. Even if that happens, when you dig deeper, you will discover that there's some kind of pressure that is too much for that particular politician. Apart from the fact that the true nature of that man is coming out in the open. Because I have no respect for any man who lays his hands on a woman violently. And I don't think you should. And it doesn't matter what the woman has done. That one is a no, as far as I'm concerned. And as far as any gentleman is concerned, any real man is concerned. We have a lot of fake men in Kenya these days. Fact number 2, which is also very significant. Fact number 2, this is Dennis Itumbi, the most notorious spin artist and propaganda peddler on our shores. And he does all this with political objectives in mind. Fact number 3, absolutely zero evidence that anybody fired at his vehicle. Even eyewitnesses say they did not hear any gunshots. Ordinarily, gunshots are very loud. And if you can hear them inside a speeding car, a car that is speeding away from them, from the source of those gunshots, then definitely everybody would have heard those gunshots. So, let's examine these facts in greater detail. The truth is, this incident must be linked to politics. Whether it happened for real or whether it was fake, it is still linked, must be linked to politics. In politics, everything is linked. Let us assume for a second that what happened actually happened, and it is not fake. it would mean that somebody wants Dennis Itumbi out of the way. However, those people who may want him out of the way are very powerful people with a lot of resources. And so if it was them, they would have succeeded. And so we can quickly rule that one out. Those are not the kind of people to get involved in such a shoddy, juakali plan, that makes Itumbi look like a hero, from some action movie. Jean-Claude Van Damme, somebody like that. Fast thinking, fast acting, saved his own life, that kind of thing. That one we can very quickly rule out. Nobody in this instance wanted to get Itumbi out of the way, out of this earth. While still on this point, let us look at another possibility. Did somebody just want to send a message to Itumbi? Scare him? Some years back, Moses Wetangula was coming from the airport, being driven back to his residence. And when he arrived near the roundabout, adjacent to the city mortuary, Wetangula and his driver say that somebody actually fired at their vehicle. Wetangula even made a joke about it, as serious as it was at the time. He said something to the effect that this was funny, happening right next to the morgue. Insinuating maybe somebody wanted to save transport costs. Even in that particular incident, there was no evidence found on the vehicle that anybody had fired at it. Covering it for the Kumekucha blog at that time, not it on YouTube in a big way. It was still the Kumekucha blog, articles. I said that my conclusion then was that somebody was just trying to send a message to Bwana Wetangula. Because using an automatic weapon from that range, it is impossible to miss, because you just spray. Indeed, it took somebody of exceptional skill to ensure that they completely missed the vehicle, but still fired the shots close enough to achieve the objective. It was a message, na message ilifika. Tena ilifika na fujo. Oh yes. It is quite likely that in this case of Itumbi, it was a message. Possibly a message to remind him who he is dealing with. And indeed, it is also true that Itumbi and his colleagues, the whole of Team Tagatanga, seem to have forgotten who they're dealing with. And for a professional, it is not too difficult to clean up a scene, get rid of all the spent cartridges. Because I suppose the message is only for one person, and that person has received the message. No need for more drama. Using fact number 2, which was, if I can quickly remind you, this is Dennis Itumbi. Using fact number 2, it is also very possible that this was a fake incident. If this is the case, it would illustrate where our current politics has reached. Not a good place. You can just see from the exchanges from both sides of the political divide concerning a Turkish national called Harun Eidin. You can see where that exchange has reached. Because both sides of the political divide are very intense about this particular saga, this Harun Eidin saga. And it is clear both sides of the political divide are very eager, very desperate to get public sympathy over this issue. Have you noticed that we are no longer talking about the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya being blocked from leaving the country? Something so serious, very serious, you cannot even start to imagine. And now we are talking about a Turkish man being deported. One side telling us he was a crook, the other side telling us no, he was only deported for current local political reasons, in the fight between Team Tangatanga and Team Keleweke. I deal with that hot potato of a topic in a separate video. Look out for it. And so, taking the current political temperatures and situation into account, there are plenty of reasons why somebody would want to fake an incident like this one. One reason would be to gain sympathy, for the DP Ruto side, and to attract attention from the public, so that people will start to believe that the DP Ruto camp, in their narrative about Harun Aidin, may be onto something. That indeed it may be true that the government is very desperate and keen to hide something. And since this Itumbi man appears to know a lot, there may have been a plot to get rid of him. That's how some members of the public may be thinking. And indeed, that is precisely what a stunt like this would be designed to do. To successfully divert our attention away from the very serious accusations by government, or shall we call them allegations, that this Turkish man was involved, was seen with money launderers, and his movements based on his passport. His movements in the region are very similar to that of somebody involved in the activity of money laundering, of facilitating money laundering. Because the truth is that in all this drama, nobody has yet explained to us why the deputy president of a country should be on a flight with his associates, local political associates, plus a foreigner. What was that foreigner, a businessman, doing in that entourage? Nobody has explained that to us in a way that we can understand, and more important, believe. Anyway, this would be the perfect way to shift the balance of public opinion, to the side of the deputy president. And finally, fact number 3, there was absolutely no evidence that shots were fired at the scene. That fact establishes for us that the two scenarios I've presented are most likely the closest to the truth, and that nobody was serious about ending the life of Dennis Itumbi. People who are involved in a serious real assassination have no business cleaning up the scene. They've already done all the arithmetic and calculations. And in any case, even if they want to clean up the scene, get rid of spent cartridges, that would be a big danger, that somebody will be able to put 2 and 2 together and identify where the assassins came from. You would be creating a situation where there are just way too many witnesses, to your team cleaning up after the fact. Too risky. But if nothing happened, nobody would think twice, seeing some people carefully searching on the ground for something. You'd completely miss that fact. It's not important. It's not relevant. Bottom line, we have reduced the possibilities to just 2. Just to summarize it for you, number 1, a friendly warning. Number 2, a fake incident for political gain of some sort. By the way, have you gambled? Because we have people here who have gambled and succeeded, in being able to get an offer that expired in 1982 for my weekly intelligence briefings, life membership. If you haven't, I suggest you quickly do it, before the offer expires, before this casino, before this casino ends, which will be very soon. All you need to do is send a blank email to the email address you see below. You will receive an instant automated response. And if the response you receive, bears the expired offer, that is your deal. As long as you act right away, you act immediately. And send the funds, for life membership to my WAB. Very sensitive inside information. Life membership to my WAB can cost as much as $100. It's 10,000 bob. But here, you have an opportunity to get it only for $19.82. Of course, you could send that blank email and get the current rates, much higher than that. And that will mean it was just not your day. And I'm sorry in advance. But then you don't need to think negatively all the time. It costs you nothing to try your luck. You never know. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to give me a like. And if you're not yet a subscriber, I can tell you in advance, you're going to miss a lot going forward. Because we have some special packages of sensitive information coming your way very soon, which will be available only for subscribers to this channel. Let me just leave it at that. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.